Alright, just got here. Finally picked up the Osmo Pocket Camera. DJI sent it there. Ready for review. Today I am reviewing one of the most coolest items that came out to date from a company that I actually use a lot of their products for Christmas. You can give this to anybody and I think they will absolutely love it. That is the Tender Flame richly scented candle. Actually, no, this is not exactly what I was intended to review today. So as they say in the industry, just fix it in post. I think so. Here it is, the DJI Osmo Pocket, what I originally to review today. This is my review for DJI Pocket Osmo. Let's open this bad boy up. DJI always has a really good packing from their drones. Come with that case that everybody loves, to their Ronin S and all their gimbals. So here it is, small little gimbal thing. Not sure if you guys want to compare. Here's my hand and it literally fits palm of my hands. It is exactly about estimate 129 millimeters long and 28 millimeters wide. The weight of this is not that heavy. It's about 116 grams. Very nice, durable. I think this is a very solid piece. Once you put this in your hands, you can tell it's very solid. The gimbal feels heavy. There's this right here is like a rubber type grip. I guess good for it won't slip out of your hands and whatnot. So let's see what's inside the rest of the package. It's a strap and the instructions for the Osmo. Different languages. If you guys just want to read it, you can. What this basically is right here, it's just to store your Osmo. Once you are done playing with it, this protects your gimbal head and body, just like so. You strap it, you're good to go on the go here. What I'll probably recommend is putting the lens facing the other way. There you go. Yeah, I would recommend you putting the lens facing inside the case, so when you put it in your pocket, it doesn't damage the lens. Inside the case is a very cloth-like, I don't know what this is, but it's soft inside. So I guess it would be a very fantastic idea to put your lens facing in first when you put this in your pocket. It doesn't destroy your lens or scratch it. That is that. Let's turn it on. Figure this out here. There you go. All right, so the very beginning, this button right here, I just pressed the second button next to the record button. I pressed it for like a couple seconds, and it gave me the first thing that comes up is like the language menu. Let's see if I know how to navigate this. That's for the phone. Oh, it's touchscreen. So let's go to English. I guess you just press English, and the very first thing that it shows you after you pick the language says 1080p at 30 frames per second. Battery is full, and it just shows you the actual image. Not sure if you can see that up there, but it's pretty cool. Like, it's just already working. All right, so one of the things that tells you on the screen is device not activated. So don't know what that means. Connect to DJI Mimo. So let me go do that really quick and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm right now currently just downloading the DJI Mimo app, Mimo, whatever you guys want to pronounce it, however you pronounce it. So far the app has about 2.5-ish stars. Looks like they have to probably take out a lot of bugs, but so far it's as it's downloading, let me show you basically some facts about DJI Osmo Pocket. I already mentioned the weight, I mentioned the length of it. It's pretty sturdy, 3-axis mechanical gimbal. You know, so for some of you that don't know the difference between the reason why these devices even exist, there's mechanical stabilization, there's electronic stabilization, there's optical image stabilization. This right here is a mechanical. Mechanical is a lot better than the electronic, which some take it that the GoPro has, and some optical image stabilizations where a lot of lenses, now DSLRs or mirrorless cameras, have lenses that have optical stabilization. So a lot of mirrorless, the actual sensor, its own stabilizer itself. This one right here is just a mechanical, meaning that it's the 3-axis gimbal that does the stabilizing for the actual lens itself. So it's a 2.0 in the aperture f, or the f-stop. It also supports 4K at 60 frames per second. The photos are 12 megapixels, which is pretty good. The battery life on this thing is about 140 minutes. This right here has a few intelligent features, such as the active track. But active track, once you activate it, it follows you everywhere. You just place it on a location, whatever it may be, you activate active track and it tracks your face. It literally follows you almost everywhere. Where I feel it might get a little fidgety if you have a lot of activity going on in front of you. Say you're at Disney World and you want to activate the active track, make sure there's not a lot of people in front of you, because once it activates and it's tracking your face, it could get lost once it starts seeing multiple faces or multiple activities. Another feature that this have is the time lapse and motion lapse, or how a lot of people call it hyperlapse. Time lapse is when your image or your device is standing still, and for a long period of time you capture the movement in front of your camera. In post you push it down to like a few seconds compared to like the hour that you let it run. Hyperlapse or motion lapse in this case is when you have your device sitting but the head moves left or right, up, down, right, left, and you're capturing a pan or tilt motion as traffic or the clouds or the water is, or the rain, whatever you're capturing is happening in fast motion. So if you guys want to do fantastic and incredible hyperlapses, this device can definitely do it for you. A lot of people, what they do is they take sliders, and they have cameras that are capable of time lapse. So as soon as they put the camera on the slider and it starts sliding slowly according to the time of the time lapse, they have it programmed to, and then that's already considered a hyperlapse or a motion lapse. But this, you don't need a slider. The difference is you won't get that movement of left to right. You'll just get a pan or tilt. So that's the difference between the hyperlapse, motion or hyperlapse, or a time lapse, and then this is just a pan hyperlapse, not an actual slide. Okay, so now I have the Mimo app activated, and so what I'm going to try to do right now is I'm going to try to sync the Mimo app with the actual gimbal, and it's basically telling you DJI product improvement program, yada yada yada. Do you agree? Obviously, for you to start using this, you have to agree, no matter if you like it or not.
Before activation, download DJI Mimo from the App Store. Power on the Osmo Pocket. Remove the universal ports cover and mount the smartphone adapter. Connect the mobile device to the Osmo Pocket with the smartphone adapter, and the DJI Mimo app will pop up automatically. If your device is not activated, the app will automatically enter the activation screen. Turn on Upload Device Information and authorize the server to upload the Osmo Pocket's information for activation.
5 hours later.
Before activation, download DJI Mimo from the App Store. Power on the Osmo Pocket. Check. Then, before updating.
Stop, please.
Before activation.
There we go. I finally got it to stop. I was going to say all that, but I guess you guys heard that. It's basically what you need to do. So first things first, you activate, either you register or log in. It tells you to put in your email address. There I go. Enter your password. All right, so JDIV Media, UMI, introduce yourself. No work.
Download DJI.
5 hours later.
All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take the actual device. We're gonna open, there's a little tiny slot right here. And that is where you connect your phone. The actual, let me not do that to the gimbal. The lightning port for your phone should be in this packet right here. There you go. This is for Android, and this is just, I guess, the charging port for USB-C. Keep that cover. You don't want anything getting on those contact ports right there. I have an iPhone, so I have the Lightning port. So at this point, you're just going to connect this to your, voila. It reads my face. Once again, another user agreement. You just hit agree. Once you connect it to your phone, upload device information. So you're going to push that, hit next. Confirm your activation account. Camera information will be linked to your account, will serve as basis for maintenance and blah, blah, blah. No, activation. So we're activating it through that email account. We're done. Are you sure you want to skip the video tutorial? Yeah, let's skip it. I'm gonna download firmware. Let's download the firmware. Downloading. Install. It says please ensure that the device is plugged to the SD card and the remaining cassette. Alright, connect micro SD card. Let's install. 1% and so forth. Waiting. Alright, it says update successful, Osmo Pocket upgraded successful, blah 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 blah. So I'm assuming it's fine right now to unplug this. This is not meant to be plugged to your phone the whole time, so just FYI. So as soon as you unplug it, you take out your Lightning port or Android micro SD or USB, where you want to call it, and just a recommendation. Once you take off your USB, micro USB, or a Lightning port, or make sure you put the actual cover back on, because you don't want the contact ports to get exposed to either water, dust, or like ketchup or something. At this point, you should be ready to go. There you go. Now the camera is facing forward, and we're now ready to use this. Out of the box, this thing has over 75% battery. So I'm just going to press this button here to get the video mode, which is awesome. Right now it has the actual camera, this symbol over here, and it says 1080 resolution by 30 frames per second. So I'm just going to press it one more time and back to photo mode, video mode, photo stills. Know the difference. So by doing that, all the information that's on here right now is just, I pressed it once, photo mode, it says 51.3 gigs on the SD card. So this doesn't give you a, well, at least for now, I haven't experimented with this. I'm sure somewhere in the Mimo app, it'll give you the option to switch over from the 51.3 gig SD card countdown to either a number of minutes to count down. I'm used to the minutes versus the SD card memory space countdown thingy. So I pressed it again, it goes back to video, goes back to photo, go back to video. I'm liking this. So yeah, I'm thinking that you could probably switch it back to 4K in the actual Mimo app. I do know one of these tricks, if you triple touch or triple click on the actual regular button instead of the record button, it'll go to selfie mode, I think. Ready? Oh, double click is recenter, and triple click is selfie mode. So here we go. I'm gonna record. Recording right now on the actual Osmo. I'm going to triple click, and it goes all the way over there. Double click to recenter, triple click back to me. So I'm gonna give you guys a look of how this thing works, how smooth it is. Let's compare audio. So this is audio from my boom mic, and now switching audio to Osmo. Test, test, 1, 2. So that's basically audio from the Osmo. I'm going to be testing this out more on my trip to Milwaukee tomorrow. I'm going to be vlogging all the way there. So switching back to audio, my boom mic, boom mic, no pun intended. And so yeah, I'm going to start recording. Goodbye. So that's basically it. I want to get into more details of this review. I will as soon as I finish my vlogging to Milwaukee. Tomorrow I'm gonna probably use all the features, the motion tracking, the active track that they call it, the hyperlapse or motion lapse. I'll use it all tomorrow and I'll let you guys know how that goes. That's gonna be another video. I'm not doing all of that at once. This is just an unboxing review. As you can tell, it's not that difficult. They pretty much put everything in your hands. As soon as you plug the thing in, it's already giving you a tutorial video of what to do. Activation was pretty much painless. I think in general, it may have looked like it took a long time on video, but in reality, it only took about 5, maybe 6 or 7 minutes. And just for you guys to understand where I'm coming from, we're talking about a person here who's used to the Movi, the Ronins, and so forth. Over here to my right, I have the Ronin S. As much as I love the Ronin S, it is heavy. You know, well, not heavier than the actual Movis or the actual Ronin M's and above, but it can get pretty heavy, especially when you put a full load up here. Full camera with batteries, mics, and so forth. It gets pretty heavy after a while. I do have to give you my professional opinion though. This is not a professional gimbal. This is literally, in my opinion, just a vlogging camera or a travel camera. That's the reason why they call it the Osmo. Put it in your pocket and that's it. You go and you want to take a video of something. If you're in a freaking concert, you take this bad boy out. Look, and it's set up less than 5 seconds. I could just press record right now. It took literally 2 seconds just for the gimbal to calibrate itself. It's already up and going. If you want to take a picture, boom, you press once and picture mode. That's it. You want to record, second mode, hit record, and bam, I'm already recording. That is it. So in my professional opinion, the Osmo is not there to be used professionally. The hour is about 100. The hour time on is about 120 to 140 minutes. Just a little over an hour and under 2.5 hours. It's like I said, it's not meant to be on set. I'm sure that over time, if you want to tie down this thing to a tripod, which would be absolutely ridiculous, there are attachments for quarter threads. Or thread for an actual tripod. You can connect what I would recommend if you want to extend the power life for this Osmo, connect your USB-C to one of these juice boxes and you should get hours, if not days, maybe weeks. I wouldn't know what you would do in weeks worth of footage. This thing is for professional use. The Movi is even more for professional use. As you get bigger and bigger, more expensive, they're there to last longer, to give you more smoother, crisper movements and professional movements. With that being said, this is my unboxing review. Thanks for watching, and subscribe, like, hate, whatever it is, share. I'm here to answer any questions if you want. Go and email me at jdiv.media@gmail.com for any questions. If you need me to review something else, I'd be more than happy to review it. Thanks for watching.